course, like I say, they got to the second round and then they lost to Milwaukee. Out of all teams, I mean, Milwaukee is good, but at the same time, it's like, boy, Boston, y'all was so much talented than them. Like Milwaukee, all they had was Giannis and Chris Middleton, but like Boston had like Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford. Like I'm like, boy, y'all had like a whole bunch of people. Y'all had a whole bunch of good dudes, man. So, but like I say, but after seeing just the way Kyrie was playing, I was like, man, I think he just like he mentally he checked out of Boston. So, and then like I said, yeah, the summertime, yeah, he went to Brooklyn or whatever, which I was like, Brooklyn. I say, boy, y'all making a mistake, bro. Cause I'm like, cause D'Angelo Russell, he was coming into his own. It was like, bro, like that's literally somebody you could build around, and the team was like getting back on track. But then, of course, if Kyrie coming there, like both of y'all are point guards and y'all need the ball in your hand, so it's not gonna work. So pretty much they chose Kyrie over D'Angelo Russell basically because KevinDurant was like, okay, yeah, I'll come to Brooklyn, but y'all gotta take Kyrie too or whatever. So it was like, so like I said, of course, KD, he was gonna be out that first year. So then Kyrie, he came, man. You know what I'm saying? He was doing okay, but then over time, like I said, of course, him being so egotistic, he was like, everybody else like, y'all gotta get rid of him so we get like another piece or whatever. I'm like, this dude. So over time, like I said, yeah, he, you know what I'm saying, he was doing all this shenanigans and everything. Of course, I think he had got hurt, and you know what I'm saying, I think they deactivated him for the season. And they were just like, you know what, nah, just so so of course the summertime, that's when everything. No, before then, it was during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying, throughout the Black Lives Matter movement, or whatever. Which at first I agreed, like yeah, what he was saying, like they shouldn't play for certain, you know what I'm saying, for the reason because you know what's going on in the world. Cool, but at the same time, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, but it was just like, bro, you was hurt anyway, so it's like, why are you saying anything? That's why I feel like, I'm like, bro, you just saying stuff just to say stuff. It's like, that's why I get so mad when you say something that you don't make sense. It's like, bro, shut up, bro. Like, you have no reason to say anything, bro. So that's what, because even Shannon Sharp was like, bro, like, you wasn't gonna play anyway, so why are you saying something anyway? Like, we get you talking about like the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, we get that. But as far as like you were just going in on a bubble or whatever, cause I think what happened was, I think Brooklyn, they had, at first they wasn't invited, but then they had got invited, so it was just like to play like some exhibition games to qualify for the playoffs, and of course they didn't. So I'm guessing he must have felt some kind of way about that or whatever. It's like, boy, like ain't nothing gonna be given to you. You gotta wait for it. So, but of course, you know what I'm saying, throughout, you know what I'm saying, everything, you know what I'm saying, he, like after that he really was like, everybody was really going in at Kyrie, but you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying, Kyrie was quiet. He shut up for a little while, but then I think right before LeBron was about to win, you know what I'm saying, the championship for the Lakers, he just had to come out with that comment, man. I was like, bro, why must you say that, dude? Like, why? Yeah, so basically, because I remember, that's crazy, but I didn't even hear about it until like, because I remember I got off of work, and of course I cut my TV on. First thing that's on, I think it was NBA Jump. Yeah, so first thing that was on there, they were saying Kyrie made like a comment about LeBron. I'm like, why? So pretty much what the comment was, he was saying like, yeah, because he's playing with KevinDurant now. He's like, finally, like I play with somebody like that's clutch, like that can, you know what I'm saying, that can basically, you know what I'm saying, I don't have to always like take the final shot and all that. You know, there's all a bunch of crazy stuff. I'm like, but seriously, like I admit, like yeah, LeBron, like he, when it comes to like being clutch, like you know, he'll be clutch, but at the same time, it's like he passed the ball off too much. It's like, LeBron, I understand you being like, you're not a selfish player. I respect that, but at the same time, bro, sometimes you gotta take the shot, bro. Like, boy, you do that on 2K, bro. Like, oh my God, you do that on 2K, especially in my career. Oh my God, but you be wide. I kid you not. Like I said, bro, you be wide open in the corner. You pad them up right back to me. I'm like, Brian, why? So, like I said, but Brian has made some clutch shots before though, so you can't really say, oh, you never played with a clutch player before. So then, of course, you know what I'm saying, everybody was going at him about that, because, yeah, but you was taking a shot at LeBron. I mean, you was taking shot at other players too, but yeah, mainly you was taking one at LeBron too, because it's like, cause even LeBron was like, he thought like they was just blowing it out of proportion or whatever, but then he was just like, but then he said he saw the transcript, but then I think he heard the whole podcast interview, so he was like, but really though, like, so, and I was just like, bro, like, why would you make that comment, but like, why? That was, to me, that's what it showed me. It's like, that's why I said, of course, I said it wasn't really LeBron, it was you, but also it just showing me, it's like, bro, like, why are you so jealous of LeBron? Like everything he's got, yeah, he's worked for it. Like, it wasn't like, oh, nothing. It was given to him. Like, yeah, he was labeled as a chosen one coming out of high school, but bro, like, like that was just showing me. It's like, bro, some reason you just jealous of LeBron and you just hate him for whatever reason. So, then of course he came out and with a video. He was like, everybody making this about, you know what I'm saying, person against person. Like, if I would have said something like, because if I was talking about somebody, I would have said their name. It's like, bro, I guess to see, it's like, bro, that's how people cover themselves. That's how people cover themselves, bro. Like, we all know who you was talking about. So, of course, like I said, then he made the comment about like when Steve Nash got hired as the next coach or whatever. He said like, honestly, I feel like we don't even have a coach, or we don't need a coach. I'm like, this dude, bro. That's why I was like, Kyrie, but is something mentally going on, bro? Is something mentally going on? Because you just saying stuff just to say stuff, but like, you ain't making no sense. Like, I don't understand. What team do you know that's been a winning team that didn't have a coach? Like, bro, so I think that happened, and then throughout the season, like say, start off the season, like say, hey, I ain't gonna hit nothing, you know what I'm saying, after that, but then that's when he went on this like hiatus or whatever. I was just like, oh my god. It just got to the point, I'm like, Kyrie, but I'm so tired of seeing you in the media, and it ain't for nothing good. Like, it ain't for your play. Like, it's just basically for something like that you doing. So I'm like, bro. So, like I said, he went on a hiatus. They were saying like, you know what I'm saying, which I ain't like, they kind of blew it out of proportion, because they were trying to say like, oh, Kyrie just up and just left the team and ain't talked to nobody. I'm like, man, he had it. Like, if you want, like I say, apparently he's still in the NBA today. I'm like, but if you want to still play in the NBA, you might want to tell somebody what you're doing or whatever. So, but they were just making it seem like that, which I wasn't even tripping out there. I was like, yeah, I know he ain't just like up and left the team, but I was like, you know what I'm saying. But then it was coming out like pretty much like he was partying. Well, it was supposed to party and everything, but he was just saying. Then I thought he was just saying like he told the team he was just stepping away for personal reasons or whatever. Which I'm thinking like, okay, well, did somebody pass away, or is it like a mental thing going on? Like, you know what I'm saying. But then also, like I said, it was just supposed to support it, but at the same time, see, yeah, you're partying. I think you was on like a little Zoom call during like during a game, but you was on a Zoom call for something else. So I was like, this dude. So all that was happening, and then like I said, they traded for James Harden, which I was like, whoo. I said, like, I like the trade, but at the same time, I was just like, boy. I say, put them y'all back in the same situation that Billy King put y'all in. Like, gave away your whole future. Like I say, you ain't got nothing, so you got to bank on that. Like I say, if that don't work out, then y'all back. So I thought I feel like, yeah, they had to make that trade, because like KD was out there by himself, but you know, KD was like, yeah, he talked to Kyrie, so it's like, all right. But then when Kyrie came back, you feel me? So it was just like, but it's the only thing that made me like really like, that kind of changed my perspective of him. Like, I kind of felt bad for him, like for being the way that I am on him, how I was, because in that interview, like, I just seen it like on his face. I'm like, damn. I said, Bo was going through something. Well, he said nobody passed. He's like, everything was good, but then you can see like on his face, like he just looking. He just got that stare, like he was like he was hella depressed, like almost like he was about to like at least like off himself or something. Like he just like just a mental thing. So I was just like, wow. I don't know on the reason, because like I say, it reminded me of my homeboy, you feel me? Which actually I ain't gonna talk about that right now, but it kind of like, that's when like when I saw it, like I kind of like, I ain't gonna say I got emotional, but it was like, damn, like I feel where he coming from. It's just like, yeah, I can literally see like, bro, like he's depressed about something. And then I remember like they asked him a question or whatever, he answered yes, but then the way he answered, he was just like, but I could just see, I was like, bro. something mental was going on with him. So it's just like, so that's why I kind of like, that's why I eased up off him. I'm like, okay, yeah. So just mental stuff going on, just like, cause looking at it, it's probably like I say his actions or like, it's no bad intentions behind it, but it's just like how he put it out there. That's what makes it look bad. But like I say, even when he came back, like I say, yeah, he came back. Like I say, he ain't had no issues since or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, hey, it just might work in Brooklyn. You feel me? Like I say, they ain't had to trade him or whatever. Then, cause everybody was pretty much saying, they was like, bro, like, we might have to trade Kyrie. So it's like, Kyrie, if we would have got traded, bro, or they would have like waived you or whatever, I was like, yeah, your career would have been over. But cause you know what I'm saying, let's say at that moment it looked like, boy, you just a head case, bro. It's like everywhere you go is always drama. You feel me? But like I say, he doing good in Brooklyn. You feel me? So like I say, then he even said like he ain't. I think he's more mature now. Like he's more like he not on there like he trying to be like a superstar. Like he even said like, okay, hey, James Harden, he's the point guard, I'm the shooting guard. You feel me? So I'm like, oh. So when I seen him say that, I was like, okay, he the mature. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need that moment just to step away. You know what I'm saying? Just to handle your business. But like I say, he did his thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him for that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hope he do good. You feel me? But like I say, yeah, that's my take on, you know what I'm saying, Kyrie and his whole career. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, at first, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I liked him. Then he started doing the extra stuff. I couldn't stand his ass. But then now it's like, okay, I'm more understanding of him now. You feel me? So, but like I said, yeah, that's my take on Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, like, comment, subscribe. That we want to do. I'm down with it regardless. You feel me? To my next video, you already know what it is. I'll see y'all in a minute.